make yourself comfortable. Let your body relax and go floppy, sinking down into the bed beneath you. Your eyes feel heavy and they start to close. You feel the rhythm of your breathing in and out, the rise and fall of your belly, up and down. As you breathe deeply, you are transported to the magical land of Elvaria. With one more deep breath all the way into your belly and slowly all the way out, you find yourself standing outside in beautiful, luscious Elvaria, where the grass is green and squishy underneath your shoes, and there are trees all around. In front of you is the olden style Elvaria schoolhouse. This is not just any schoolhouse. This is the witch's school. And all around you are children just like you, going into the doors of this school building. Only these children are dressed in witch's clothes. As you look down at yourself, you realize that you are dressed in witch's clothes too. Suddenly, beside you is a witch called Samantha. She is smiling. She's very happy to see you. In fact, she is very, very excited. She says to you, "I'm so excited to see you here. Guess what we are going to do today?" Can you guess? I'll just tell you. We are doing shape-shifting. That's so exciting. Come on, let's go inside. And so, together, you walk through the big school doors and down the main hallway. Samantha leads you to her classroom. The other witches are all taking their seats at the desks that are lined up in rows. Samantha sits down in one desk and invites you to sit in the empty desk beside her. Then, in through the door walks an adult witch. She is the teacher, and her name is Miss Witch. "Good morning, children. Good morning, witches. Good morning, students. Good morning, everyone," she says. "Are you all ready for today's lesson?" And everyone gets so excited then. Some of the witches clap their hands and other ones say, "Woohoo, yeah!" Everyone takes out their wands and sits them on their desks. Samantha hands you a spare wand for you to use today. And Miss Witch says, "All right, let's get started. First of all, we will practice with our desks, and then we will move on to ourselves." Everyone stands up beside their desks and they take their wand in one hand and point it towards their desk. All right. Firstly, let's turn the desk into a favourite food, says Miss Witch. So, think of your favourite food and start to imagine your desk transforming into that food. Feel it and believe it with all your heart and imagine it strongly. Let the picture of the desk fade away and the new picture of this food take its place. All right, go on then. Choose your food. So you have a think about what food you would like your desk to turn into. And then you start to picture it, imagine it, see the desk turning into it, and you feel it and believe it with all your heart. Miss Witch says, now feel energy flowing down your arm and through the wand. And suddenly, all around, desks start changing into foods, and there are sparks of light as golden or silver magic flows out of people's wands, swirls around the table, and then pop, each table, each desk suddenly turns into a type of food. There are desks turning into apples, strawberries, cupcakes, even a bowl of soup. Thank goodness that witch decided to put the soup in a bowl, otherwise that could have been very messy. You think about your favourite food, and you feel the energy flowing through you, and you direct it. You see it flowing all towards your arm and down through the wand, and suddenly it appears. Your magic flows through the wand and swirls all around your desk, and then the desk turns into the food you have chosen. Wow, you did it! Good job! Well done, everyone, said Miss Witch. Now, nobody eat your food. You'll need to turn it back into a desk, so you all still have desks. Everybody ready? Take your wands and do the exact same thing, but picture it back as a desk. And so there are swirls of magic and light all around as the foods turn back into desks. There's a little bit of a kerfuffle as one witch had already taken a bite of her strawberry before Miss Witch said not to. So she was a little bit worried that she'd done the wrong thing, but Miss Witch said, not to worry, just turn it back into a desk and let's see what happens. So the witch turned her strawberry back into a desk, and most of the desk is still there, only there's a big chunk out of the side of the wood. Right on top of the desk, where you kind of need a flat surface for placing your books and things. So Miss Witch simply waves her wand and fixes the desk back up, good as new. It's your turn to wave your wand and picture your food turning back into a desk. So you see it in your mind, you feel it in your heart, and you feel your energy flowing back out through through your wand. And sure enough, the magic flows out, swirls around the food, and you see it growing and changing shape and transforming back into the school desk. "Very good, everyone," says Miss Witch. "All right, next, animals. You're going to think of what animal you would like to transform into. But before we do that, on yourselves, we will practice on the desks. So, choose an animal. You have a think about what animal you would like to be today. There are lots of animals to choose from. What are you going to choose?" All right, does everybody know their animal? Same thing as before, everybody. Picture your animal in your mind, feel it in your heart, and flow the energy to the wand. So you point your wand at the desk, and you picture your animal in your mind. Feel it and believe it in your heart, and feel your energy flowing to the wand, and the magic flows out the end and swirls all around the desk, and the desk starts shifting and changing, and it turns into the animal that you chose. Exactly as you imagined, and it even looks at you and smiles. You can give it a pat if you would like. All around you, desks are changing into different animals. There are rabbits, guinea pigs, a chicken, a duck, a couple of adorable puppies and kittens, and someone even turns their desk into a cow, which causes a little bit of kerfuffle because it is very big and appeared right beside someone else's mouse. The witch with the mouse picked it up and held onto it for safekeeping, and the witches on the other desks nearby made space for the big cow. "Take a few minutes, if you like," says Miss Witch, "to enjoy the animals that are here. Give them some pats, spend some time with them, and then we'll need to turn them back into desks." So you take a few minutes to wander around the room and pat some of the animals that are here. "All right," says Miss Witch, "time to turn them back into desks." So everyone starts turning their animals back into desks. And you point your wand at your animal, and imagine and believe and flow the magic, and it turns back into a desk with a big swirl of magical light. "Now it's time for shapeshifting ourselves," says Miss Witch. Now it might be tricky, depending on your animal, to change yourself back to a witch. But never mind, I will make sure that everyone turns back into their true selves about a couple of minutes after being the animal. So point your wands at yourselves. Imagine your animal, believe it, feel what it would be like to be that animal. Imagine what it would be like to look down and see that animal's body is your body. And then feel your energy and magic rise up within you, flow out of the wand and swirl all around you. So, you do what Miss Witch says. You picture yourself as this animal. And the magic starts to swirl around you, and you feel yourself transforming. You are turning into this animal. And as you look around you, you see other children turning into their animals too. And you see the puppies lolloping around the room, the rabbits jumping as high as they can for fun. Someone turned themselves into a frog and is practicing croaking. You have a few minutes now to play around as this animal, or to practice moving in the way they move, or making the sounds that they make. You can do whatever you like. "All right, everyone," says Miss Witch. "If you can pick up your wand and point it at yourself, please transform yourself back now. And for anyone else, I will come around and turn you back." And so everyone turns back into their child, witch, human bodies, including you. And everyone is so happy. That was so much fun. "That's the lesson for today," says Miss Witch. "You may go out to play now." So everyone starts to go outside, and everyone's chattering away happily to each other, talking about what it was like to be that animal. Samantha asks you if you had fun, and you tell her what it was like for you being that animal. Samantha tells you that she had so much fun being a rabbit. She jumped up as high as she possibly could. She hopped around the room. She wiggled her nose around, and she learnt how to lift her ears up and down like rabbits do, and even to wiggle her tail a little bit. It was so much fun. And they'll probably do it again at Witch School sometime. If you would ever like to come back, you are welcome to, and Samantha would love to see you. Right now, it's time for you to go back home. So you give Samantha a great big hug, and you find a quiet place on a nice, cushiony, dry patch of grass. You sit or lie down and relax your body and close your eyes. And as you take 3 deep breaths, you are transported back out of your imagination, back to your home, ready to relax and drift off to sleep, thinking of all the wonderful adventures, all the fun and excitement that you've had today in Elvaria. So breathe deeply and relax, knowing that you are home in your very own bed, and slowly drift off to sleep. Sweet, magical dreams.